we wanted to try Take It Slow again.
Oh, okay.
Those are like the 3 that I'm sort of ready to do.
Okay.
So maybe we can try the other 2 tonight.
Let's do the other 2 first.
Yeah, it's so good. It has to be right.
Oh, I know.
It
exactly.
has to be right.
Feel that song's all like fucking sex. It's all sex, dude. When you get to your like Justin, like when when you're just like feeling it, you're doing your little nuances, man. That's when you're at your best. I can't write that stuff. That's just when it comes out of you. Shit, we started writing what, last year?
Basically, we started writing 1 year ago.
Started tracking the drums in April. Recorded the whole thing over the summer and wrapped it up in August. So about 5 months.
Put it all together at practices, kind of ideas sharing live. First time we did it together, like in the same room like that. Had the ideas flowing from the start with all 4 of us there, which was really cool. So what you guys want to do? Get started? Now we'll go get the food or something?
An idiot.
What's wrong?
I forgot my headphones again.
Oh.
Dude, buddy, I text reminded you too.
I know. With the stern period after my name.
Was this Dan?
May as well have been a Daniel. Daniel Frederick.
And then you responded with, Abe, will do. So there was an exclamation point.
Will do.
With the last record, it was really hodgepodgey, and then we kind of collected a bunch of demos and ideas, and we threw it all into the pot and just included it all.
Before we had done, each of us have like full songs almost. Yeah. And that was like, here's the song, cool, we put our parts in.
If you go back to 1994 and Massively Intimidating episodes, that's Justin bringing songs to the band and us learning those songs and kind of arranging them. If you go back to Play Their Hits, that was pretty much me emailing song ideas to those guys and then us figuring them out.
But this time, before we wrote anything, we kind of had an idea of how we wanted it to sound.
We had an idea of what the sound was from playing shows off the past couple records live.
A lot of times we'll do cool stuff in recording and then like live we'll do it differently.
Right.
Write it together, do a straight ahead, no frills, power pop record.
Cohesive.
This one is very much a 4-piece written album.
But this time we came in with really bare bones ideas. Someone would come in with a riff or with just a verse and a chorus.
Yours is the Shrimp Corner Discotheque. That riff started
That happened at Palmer's house.
Was that at Palmer's house?
Yeah.
I thought there was from...
No, we were sitting in his house, one of those writing sessions.
Okay,
we did,
when
we were sharing ideas and then we did it there. Yeah.
We wrote it all together in a room by just playing them over and over and building and letting it evolve over time. I think it translates really well live.
Or just like, I write a lot of riffs and chord progressions, and I have a hard time putting it together, like in song form. That's why having Palmer and Justin and Dan, like all of us together, they're, that's the cohesive mind thing where that, here's my riff, I don't know where to go with it, and Palmer's like this. If you think you can do it here,
Absolutely.
you can totally work that out.
You don't have any neighbors. Do you think you
My brother is the only one who
shit
lives there.
from
My
it?
brother's moving in 2 weeks. So neighbors aren't gonna fucking matter.
Fuck yeah. And all the drums were done at Eric's studio, which came with the name. Feel bad. The drums were done in a cool brick room. Nick did them all in like one 2.5-hour session with one mistake.
Guy's a fucking animal.
Nick deserves a lot of credit for this record, and that he is much more than the drummer. He is a great songwriter. He's great with arrangements. He really took the reins as far as mixing the record and remixing the record and remixing the record.
And then, the rest of it has been recorded here at Abe & Liz's.
We call it the study.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're just doing some vocal fills.
Nice.
This is the Cribs booth. It's got a light.
We got better at recording, too. Got better at putting it down and making it sound cool and using the tools that we know how to use.
Check, check. We didn't hit record at all until we knew they sounded really good live together.
We feed it from the tape recorder into GarageBand, which is the mixer, but everything's going through the tape recorder this time, which we've never done before. It's making it sound like it is. But we have to recheck it. We have to disassemble it every week because this is Abe's house. It's all rigged together in ways that it shouldn't be. There's like guitar cables acting as instrument cables, and
We recorded the whole thing ourselves. And I really like making records that way. It's fun, it's casual. There's no pressure as far as conveying ideas to an engineer. There's no time restraints. It's just fun to do it that way.
we knew we had some handicaps, like recording onto a cassette deck is definitely something that's going to stand in the way of it being a super high fidelity experience, but we went for it as far as like whatever was in our control, we pushed to make it sound as great as it could.
When I said Bowie, you took it as Let's Dance Bowie at the beginning, which I wasn't even intending on, but it sounds great, so keep doing that. I was talking about earlier 70s Back of the Thrill Bowie, you know? Like half Lennon, half Bowie.
I'm pretty sure, I don't want to speak for the other guys, but I know them pretty well, and I think that with the exception of Abe, we're all introverts, and I think we all pretty much communicate like through playing together. We just sort of understand each other through playing the songs, and especially when we're writing, like I'll kind of stop drumming as we're writing something and say to Abe like, oh, you should do, and he can finish my sentence every time and do exactly what I was going to tell him to do.
Yeah,
Dan came up with all of his own riffs. Some of the stuff that he came up with on this one really makes the song, in my opinion. I love his leads. That sounds great.
Ready?
Yeah, that sounds fucking great.
I'll tell you what I fucking love. Dangerous Organ 3-piece. Massacre Joints. It's so fun having another guitar there.
It's really fun.
It's like, it's awesome to have somebody to play off of, too.
Yeah.
You know, even just like when you're doing rhythm and stuff, too. It's just, I think, like the way the guitars play off each other, I think sounds great, tone-wise and performance-wise.
That's what we try to do it live, you know?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, I feel super lucky being in this band where there's like no ego and nobody really assumes any sort of undeserved control over any aspect of anything, really. It's not what I read about, and it's not what I've experienced in other bands where it's like the good idea always wins. It'll be like spread apart.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that?
Can we do it both ways? Like, can I like record it straight through and then like do some extra ones and
Yeah, for
you can play with your thing? That way I'll still have them.
Okay. I think you can hear 1994 was Justin's sort of like, I think that's when he said the thing that he needed to say. And then I think we sort of we were wandering for a little while, like we were sort of journeymen if you listen to how different each successive album is. And I think this is like the first thing that we've done that feels as confident as 1994 felt at the time.
I really love making albums. It's probably the most fun part of being in a band for me. Playing live is fun, getting together with your boys and making a lot of noise in a basement or on a stage or whatever is a lot of fun. But for me, there is nothing better than getting together with my friends and getting creative and just making something new. You know? And if other people like it, that's just a bonus. That's about it.